For fans of the Apothecary Diaries, Season 2, Episode 18 delivered a long-awaited payoff, and one that shifted the spotlight away from palace intrigue and poison plots to focus on something far more personal. For nearly the entire episode, the main narrative revolved around Jinshi, the mysterious high-ranking official who has long kept his feelings close to the chest. But in this episode, viewers were finally given a candid look into his emotional world, and it is full of Mao. Not just in a fleeting sense, but in a way that confirms what many fans have suspected, that Jinshi is undeniably in love. This episode took a different tone than most, allowing quiet introspection to replace political machinations. What made this character study so striking was how it framed Mao through Jinshi's eyes. Each time she appeared in his thoughts, she was surrounded by lush greens, fragrant herbs, and the soft glow of natural light. It was an emotional palette as much as a visual one, and it painted a picture of how Jinshi sees her not just as an eccentric apothecary, but as someone inherently beautiful, grounded, and captivating. One of the most subtle yet striking choices in the episode was the use of nature and color to frame Mao in Jinshi's mind. Time and again, when he thought of her, she was immersed in the green hues of her herbal world. Whether she was mixing tinctures or tending to plants, her surroundings were always vibrant and alive, suggesting that this is how Jinshi truly sees her as thriving, important, and beautiful in her element. It is not just admiration, it is reverence. Green, the color of life and growth, is tellingly used to evoke Jinshi's growing emotional connection. What makes this portrayal particularly powerful is its restraint. Instead of leaning into dramatic declarations or romantic tropes, the show lets the imagery speak for itself. Mao is not dressed up in palace finery or seen in a dreamlike fantasy. She is just herself and is busy, focused, and rooted in her work. And yet, that is exactly when Mao is most alluring to Jinshi. This contrast between her natural self and the constructed world around them proves that his affection is not superficial. It is grounded in who she actually is, not who she pretends to be. For much of the series, Jinshi has been shrouded in mystery. His charm, intelligence, and status have made him seem almost untouchable. But this episode peels back that veneer, offering a glimpse at a man who is quietly tormented by emotions he can no longer ignore. He is not simply thinking of Mao as a clever court employee. His thoughts linger on her, colored with admiration and a yearning that borders on vulnerability. The episode effectively uses silence and reflection to show that Mao lives rent-free in Jinshi's heart and mind. Fans see him unable to focus, distracted by memories of her most mundane habits, from her intense focus, to her curt tone, to her fascination with strange remedies. But what makes this episode stand out is that Jinshi does not seem frustrated or confused by these thoughts. If anything, he seems comforted by them, even if he cannot fully articulate what he is feeling. For a character who has always been carefully composed, this is a major development. It signals that Jinshi is beginning to accept that his feelings for Mao are not fleeting or frivolous. They are deep, sincere, and inescapable. This episode was a love letter, not just from Jinshi to Mao, but from the show to its fans. Viewers have waited patiently as Jinshi and Mao danced around their mutual attraction, bound by the formalities of the court and their own stubborn personalities. The emotional payoff here is quiet but profoundly satisfying. There's no dramatic love confession, no sweeping gesture. Instead, we get something more real, a series of intimate glimpses into a man realizing he's deeply in love with someone who may never fully understand her own worth to him. What makes this episode resonate so strongly is how authentically it builds on everything that has come before. Jinshi's affection does not come out of nowhere. It is the culmination of small moments of shared glances, passing comments, and quiet concern. The episode gives space for these moments to finally coalesce into something undeniable. It honors the pacing of their relationship and rewards viewers who have invested emotionally in their slow-burning connection. In doing so, it gives fans exactly what they wanted, but in a way that feels earned and emotionally truthful. Season 2, Episode 18 of the Apothecary Diaries marks a turning point not because of dramatic plot twists, but because of emotional honesty.